Welcome to this week's Tuck Shop podcast. We're probably wrapping up the summer series here, a week or so. There are 2 episodes till or only 2 weeks till the start of term, so we're real excited. I gave David he's been running around because of the baseball game and stuff, but we were wrapping a project up, so I grabbed a recent alum and said, hey, sit down here, you have to do this. Adelynn York. Adelynn.
Hello.
You've been on the show before. Actually, the episode we're going to play, you've been on.
Yeah, I think it was a year or 2 ago, maybe.
You guys were going to Hawaii, I believe.
Yes, that was very
I don't think
fun.
it was the Detroit. I think it was Hawaii.
No, it was definitely Hawaii. Yep.
That's going to be 3 years now.
Is that 3 years already?
Well, it was Hawaii, Detroit, nothing this year. Mm-hmm. So you would have been a sophomore?
Yeah, I was a
You went to
sophomore.
Hawaii as a sophomore?
Yeah, I think I was technically a junior at the time, and that's why I was on the podcast because of the junior scholarship. But
You
yeah,
were on there
I was,
too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was technically a sophomore.
So you're a success story for the junior scholarship because you graduated in May.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
You made it, and
I
then
made
we
it.
chucked you out into the world.
That is true. I'm out in the world.
How's that going?
It's scary, but it's good.
You actually were back today. We were wrapping up a frog pond project as part of the Alice Waters Thomas Fund.
Yeah, that was a fun project, and glad to see that it's finally done. But yeah, it was cool to be able to. Amphibians are kind of my favorite thing ever, especially frogs. I know you have some thoughts about that.
I
But
like them from a distance.
From a distance,
Or
yeah.
even close. I don't care. I don't want to go to them.
You don't want to go to them. Well, see, that's where you and I differ, because that's what I spend my life doing, is going to them. But yeah, well, hey, we brought them to us with this project, so there you go.
No, it worked out really, really well. It's at an undisclosed location on campus because it's kind of like a nature preserve kind of thing. We don't want it but if you are out hiking or come across it, you made a very nice informative info sign. That was our thing for today. We hung up.
Yeah, that was really fun. I love anytime I get to combine my love of like ecology with my love of art. So this was kind of like super awesome opportunity.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And I only hit my thumb once with the big hammer.
Yeah, you did good. Good form.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, I always thought I was going to die coming up the hill, but...
Well, hey, you seemed pretty confident to me. I didn't know that, so...
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, that's what
you got to fake it till you make it.
Or die in the woods.
I won't let you die in the woods.
Here you go. Good to know. Anyway, you are job hunting.
I am, yeah.
For alum out there who like to listen to these and maybe know somebody or are in the field, what is your background?
My background.
Yeah, like what do you study? Because you're in the geoscience department here and stuff.
Well,
I
ended up pursuing 3 different degrees. So I have the main one was environmental science with a concentration in surface water resources. But I also have degrees in environmental sustainability and geography, as well as minors in biology and geology and a certificate in geographic information systems. So all the sciencey stuff, I like to say.
Just so everyone understands, and I've talked about it on the show before, so if you kind of followed along for any of the old episodes, the new merged geoscience department. Also, by the way, like today when the episode goes live, or though you have 2 days, if you want to attend in your geosciences, you want to attend the baseball Pirates game we're going to. That is everything's due on the 6th by that one. So. Check the link. I'll put it in the description down below. But Adelynn speed ran every subsection of geosciences right there. Except biology. They're on their own. They have kind of their own thing. They're not part of geosciences.
Right, yeah.
So you touched every available major here, major or minor, plus their certificate, and then you picked up biology as a hobby.
Yeah. Well, that
Why?
kind of...
Why
biology?
No, any of it.
Oh, why any of it? Oh, I guess I'm just crazy.
Because I came through here with the geography, and it was the same kind of thing. You can't do environmental without almost like take 1 or 2 classes and get geography. And the same thing, we can't do geography without 1 or 2. And I was like, no, I'm good with just geography. I'm fine.
Yeah, well, I started out in environmental studies because it was a good a good umbrella field because I kind of liked everything that had to do with the environment, and so I just tried to pick up as much as I could in the 4 years that I was here, and I think I did. I think I did pretty good.
You did real good.
Thank you.
You did real good. So, if anyone out there needs any of those fields and are looking for a good employee, get a hold. My email's down in the description of the show. As always, shoot me an email, and I'll get you and Adelynn hooked up, and we can get her employed.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. I'd be really happy for any opportunity in any of those fields for sure.
So, and you're looking Western PA?
Yeah.
Or pretty much.
Yeah, I've been looking pretty much in Western PA. Right now it's been anywhere around Pittsburgh just because that's where the opportunities seem to be. But yeah, I'd be happy with anywhere on this side of the state. I have a really big special interest with wetlands and streams, and I know we talked a little bit about amphibians, so any opportunity I can to find those out in the field when I'm on the job, that would be great.
That'll be good. So it was great. It was good to see you come back. And it's been a very kind of empty summer here.
Well, of
so
course,
it's good to
haven't been here. I'm just kidding.
But it's been good to have those people back. We're literally, Monday was 3 weeks to the start of term. So we'll be rocking and rolling there. But it was good to get that project done as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you again.
So we're going to then go over now to when I was abandoned here and everyone left me and they went to Hawaii without me because there has to be one designated survivor for the department, just like they do with the State of the Union. It's just if you all got lost in the woods or the jungle in Hawaii, somebody had to continue on the department. So that was going to be me. Other than that, Adelynn, good seeing you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Again, anyone want to hire, shoot me an email. We'll get you rolling. Other than that, have a great week, folks, and we're going to cut over to our interview. It's not a game. It's serious.
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Well, today we're doing something a little unique for to celebrate AAG week. I have been abandoned once again, second year in a row. So I'm on campus, but everyone else has gone. As the designated survivor, I wanted history to record this. And so we're sitting down outside my office, and I grabbed a group of fairly representative people from the department, as they're laughing, to talk a little bit and just kind of get a feel, because I don't think alumni spend a lot of time interacting and understanding how things are different for students when they were here, but also how things haven't changed that much either. So who's here?
Hi, I'm Lyra. Hi, I'm Elle.
Hi, guys. I'm Ty.
All right. All of you are geosciences majors.
Yep.
Yes.
Environmental science and geography.
Cool.
There you go. So how's it going? How's this going so far for you?
It's going stressful.
I would say, given the current political climate, I'm not feeling that great.
Well, that's beyond the purview of this show. But
Well, even school-wise, we're at that beautiful point where everybody goes, it's spring break next week.
Midterm.
Here's a paper and a project and a random survey and a test.
yeah, we're recording on the 26th of February. This will be about a month from. You guys will be gone. This will air about a month from now. For those who don't know, AAG is the National Conference for Geography. And all of you done research. What was your research?
I did a focus on the St. Gall plan, which was a medieval blueprint, and I'm trying to reincorporate it as a plan for sustainable communities.
I've taken some already existing data on osprey decline in population during the use of DDT, and now I'm trying to relate agricultural land to areas where osprey were nesting to see if areas of high agriculture had a lower success rate.
All right. And I applied address geocoding to the current students here at UPJ, and I'm basically looking at the geographic distribution of students and comparing it to a distance decay method.
All really unique projects in the grand scheme of things when you think about it. And the funny thing is, having see you all working on your projects out here, it's effectively like this weird grab bag of everything. which is kind of cool.
It's Dr. Shaney right there.
Dr. Shaney, who's been on the show a couple episodes back, if you wanted to hear her talk about dirt, soil. Yay. She's not here. I can call it dirt. But I think I want to talk a little bit about because one thing I do with every alumni that comes on the show is ask about how did you get to UPJ? And I think that's a cool story for everyone to kind of find out. The one who I actually had a little bit of help with was you, Ty, because you randomly showed up one day like a stray puppy.
Yep.
Yeah,
so basically, Adelynn's here.
Yeah, she ran.
Oh, how close? Is this good?
There you go.
So basically, I did 4 years active duty with the United States Army, and I got out. I always had plans to use a GI Bill and get a degree, and I went to a school, Kutztown University, and I was originally there as a comp sci major and realized that I could never do that for the rest of my life. So I started asking around, asking different people my interests, telling them my interests, and they pointed me to something called GIS, which I had no idea what it was at the time. Started doing research on it, found it really interesting, thought it was something that I wanted to do. So I started looking. I love Western PA. I've had friends that went to Pittsburgh and some people who lived out here. So I basically started looking around at schools, and I saw that UPJ was the only campus for Pitt that offered a geography degree. And made my decision, came out here, met you, and you're a big reason why I'm here.
Sight unseen.
Yeah,
you came to
sight
campus
unseen.
and said, hey, the webpage sold me, bring me here, and just showed up for orientation day. And that was it.
Yeah.
I was so excited that day because we tend to go out and kidnap people for the geography program. Is probably the best way to describe it. So when actually somebody comes in and says, I know what I want to do, and it's this, we lock you in a little room and don't let you leave.
Yeah.
It's 108 Krebs.
Yeah. How about you, Elle? What brought you to campus?
Oh gosh, a lot of things. One of the biggest things for me was probably the affordability of the campus, and because my mom works for UMPC, I get extra money to go to Pitt-based campuses. But I also enjoyed the atmosphere of this campus because I also considered Pitt, Maine and Pitt Greensburg. And this campus is definitely, I think, one of the nicer ones. I like the wooded aspect of it. I just feel like it's nicer here.
And it makes sense for environmental studies major. You want to...
Yeah, I think so. You definitely want something a little more wooded instead of...
That small park at Oakland.
Yeah,
really
I know.
same
That
punch.
doesn't do enough. Or Greensburg. It's not bad, Greensburg, but it's just it's there. That's for sure. It's there. Mm-hmm. It's just a round bowl of concrete, and that's it.
Yeah. So, Ty, you're from out east. Lyra, you're from down towards Pittsburgh.
No, I'm L, but
Oh,
Lyra is from Philly.
No. I'm getting ready for my next question. You're down towards Pittsburgh, Elle.
Yes, I am.
And Lyra, you're down towards Philly.
I'm from the suburbs of Philly.
Because you actually got to go home when we went to the PGS conference in
Yes,
November.
I did. My mom picked me up. I went, Mom, let's go to Olive Garden.
I got to meet Lyra's mom.
I kidnapped Elle and I kidnapped Julia, and I went, let's go.
What brought you across the state?
I also came here without seeing the campus first. I went, yeah, that looks good. I'm very lucky. I have gotten a decent amount of financial aid and scholarships that I am technically here on a full ride. And I went, sounds good. And then I showed up here. I was undeclared. I went, yeah, I like being outside, I guess. And I was in the ASC, and they went, there's this professor, Dr. Shaney. You should meet her. And then about 3 days later, I was enrolled in her classes and declared.
And again, we don't ever let you leave.
Nope. I work here. I live here. Laugh here.
So I'm closing in between 25 and 30 years out of my time here at UPJ, which is...
Older than us.
Yes. Let's just say that. And it's always interesting, though, because I for those who haven't had a chance to come and do one of the campus tours with us, especially if you're an alum, you haven't been up on a while, reach out to me or David, and we're glad to help you set that up for you. We have faculty offices on the outer perimeter, and then in the center is kind of a workroom. Do you know what I call all of you when I talk and tell stories?
The miscreants?
No.
No idea.
When I go home, I tell the story of the gaggle.
The gaggle.
Because it's like a gaggle out here. Because it's always something going on and kind of this energy. That's something that hasn't changed. But a lot has. In the sense that, from the technical side of things, we just had a very brief appearance. Somebody running through here screaming they couldn't get their account to work. They couldn't log into the Wi-Fi to get their account to work. It was, poor guy was pretty not a good. That would not happen in my day. It was like you had one thing and it didn't matter because everything was still paper. And does that ever sink in? Like you have all these modern amenities that the rest of us alumni just suffered without.
Yes. And I think it makes you guys, I don't want to
Better?
say smarter, but yeah, I feel like honestly, when it comes down to it, like, I feel like the internet allows a lot of shortcuts, and us having such like easy access to that. I mean, not me personally, but like I can name a few people that I know who do take those shortcuts a lot. So I feel like that is a problem, and that might occur as a problem in the future.
You don't mess with the ChatGPT degree?
Well, that's a thing, and from the teaching perspective, it's trying to find ways to teach that doesn't let you do that.
It scares me a little bit, like the allowance of this type of technology for younger generations who, like, at least we had a period where we were specifically paper, but like it just like, I don't know. I worry for the younger generations that are going to grow up only knowing stuff like artificial intelligence.
Well, even not oh, you don't specifically open ChatGPT. Nowadays, you Google anything, and the first thing to pop up is that Google AI trying to read you stuff. And if you don't know what you're looking for, like sometimes I'll do when I'm ITA for some of Dr. Shaney's classes, and I'll look up answers to see, okay, is this just everybody's Googling the same thing? Because it's wrong, and it's because Google AI is messing it up. It's giving them the wrong answer, and I'm like, oh, this is why 16 kids wrote Antarctica. It's not at all correct.
When they're like, you're looking for
I'm looking for Greenland.
Greenland.
Literal other end of the planet.
Well, that's an interesting perspective to kind of hear, because that's, and I like doing this and talking as part of this to current students, that I think it's easy to fall into the, especially, everyone's going to use AI because everyone's so used to it, and it's going to be so easy, where that's not the case for what I'm hearing out of you all, is that it is something that is potentially not good or helpful either. It's a little different on the GIS side, because that's database and actually pulling in data that is collected from something to generate a map or an output. I don't think there's much AI integration into ARC yet.
No, if it was, it'd probably be like the programming aspect of like automating stuff, which you could easily use like ChatGPT for, instead of taking hours to program actual automation. But yeah, I think you're right for the most part.
It's kind of interesting to hear that perspective, because like I said, when we think about it from especially a faculty side, it's just like, everyone's using ChatGPT, and to know that it's going to be that.
Thanks, Ola.
If anyone could hear the printer go, our pull start lawnmower engine printer here in 108. So that's Dr. Johansson probably printing something. So I apologize if that comes through on the audio, but that's kind of neat. So what's it like being on campus?
Cold, wet.
So those things haven't
Damp.
changed generationally.
We hit some beautiful black ice this morning.
Walking
Walking here.
fell.
I had somebody in my 8 o'clock class ate it.
Yeah, that was almost me this morning. And as I step on it and I'm like comedically almost falling, Lyra's like, careful, there's ice there. For Lyra, as usual.
I registered it and then said it about 2 minutes later. That was before Starbucks. That's my bad.
The kindness was there. It just wasn't the most timely of warnings. So you both, Lyra and Elle, you both came here originally, no other schools.
Yes, I did come here originally, but not the same degree that I'm under now.
Yeah. Ty, you actually, like you said, you went to a different college.
Yeah, I did 2 semesters at Kutztown. I did another semester when I was in the Army at Pierce College, which is up in Washington State.
Any major things stand out different? Like, oh man, I really like that here that they didn't have, other than me and everyone else in the department?
The biggest thing for me was like, I guess the closeness of UPJ. Like, we're like a family in terms of like the student population and like your professors, like your immediate professors. You just didn't have that at, I don't want to bash on Kutztown the whole time, but like you just didn't have that at Kutztown.
You're not inviting them to your wedding in 10 years.
No, absolutely not. But that was like the main difference. Like, I guess I learned way better like in that kind of atmosphere rather than like a 60, 70 person lecture where they're just death by PowerPoint the whole time, which, yeah, I couldn't learn like that.
No, here we get Masasati promoting, you need to bully me into making the test open note.
And it works.
Yeah, and then he gets mad when it works.
We are a interesting group, and actually, as of the day we were recording this, I just talked to a poli-sci major who was going to be also potentially geography, and it kind of has that same kind of story that clicked with the right people, and I hear that all the time with alum. So living on campus, being on campus, sounds fairly consistent of an experience weather-wise.
Otherwise, yeah.
But you also have the experience with the very active student organization. What does the club do?
Okay, we do a lot. But our main things is we like to do volunteering and fundraisers. But we also do some like student-based research things such as PGS, which is Pennsylvania Geographers Society, and AAG, which we already briefly touched on earlier. And that's kind of like what our main things are focused. But we also like to do a few fun activities that just gets us to hang out. Like we did rock painting this year so that we all just had an excuse to sit together for a couple hours and talk.
And those were those little rocks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
You can find them on campus if you look hard enough.
Yeah, we technically did those for Geography Awareness Week. That was the official.
I think the club is a neat thing to see, and that's nice to see that going. The fact that research goes on, and depending on the marketing, especially Oakland kind of puts, we're not, they're the research part of Pitt. We're the school part of Pitt. And I can see these posters hanging that all of you done, like good research is going to be put out at a national. You're doing this while this broadcast goes out, is at a national conference talking about these different concepts. And I think what's going, like 8 people going?
9.
8 or 9?
9 people, I think.
7 students, 2 professors. Yeah. But yeah, there's 7 of us right now who are presenting. We had a few more, but we did have some people drop out because it is a lot of responsibility to take on top of all your courses, especially if you have a few loads to try and put together a full research project. So we did have 2 people who aren't going anymore.
That makes sense. Because
But even then,
Dr. Cheney's going, Masasati's going, Amela's going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
But even the 2 people who dropped out, they are both helping another. They're co-authoring research now. They're just not physically attending with us.
That's really kind of special. I think that, and that's not a unique. It's a neat thing that we do, but it's not a unique thing to come to this department. Biology does a lot of work. Is anyone participating in space?
I'm going to be, yeah.
With the same research with Ospreys?
Nope, I'm doing a climatology project, and I will be presenting that. It's going to be on agriculture and future predictions of how climate change will affect corn production in Pennsylvania.
Oh, neat.
What is space?
Space is I think it's an acronym, I can't remember what it's for, but it's effectively the student research symposium that they do here on campus.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you can apply to present your research from AAG if you'd like to. Mm-hmm. It's one of the weeks that we get back. I believe it's April 5th or something.
It tends to be like the last month of the term.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a neat thing because I love walking through because it's like all these different departments and divisions have put together research that they then present. So you can go from corn production to distribution to here's some engineering project that they've done to here's a presentation by humanities talking about something. It's really kind of neat to see everybody on campus take part.
Cool.
Yeah. Actually, I should put that on the list to go to with the show. But it sounds like things are doing okay.
Yeah, you can say that.
Can I complain about housing now?
Yeah, it's more like I'm not even necessarily stressing about this semester. It's more like summer internships and then housing for next year. That's the
You've
most
tried
stressful
very
thing.
hard to secure some internships, and we have something lined up for you for the fall, which is going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
And you may have something in the summer.
Yeah, I got a conditional job offer for the Transportation Planning and GIS intern position with the Bureau of Planning and Research with PennDOT. So based on if my background check's good, I think I'll have that job for the summer in Harrisburg.
You just got to find a place to stay.
Yeah.
So any alum
May
out in
1st.
Harrisburg who happen to be listening and have a apartment for rent that's affordable for a college student, that would be helpful.
Yeah,
The
please
suggestion
text.
that came to you on Monday was stay at the YMCA.
Not sure about that one, but
What, a
we'll
park
see.
bench not good enough for you?
No.
It's the summer. Come on. I'd like to, again, because I'm going to continue to make the suggestion in this department until someone does it, I'm going to continue to suggest take the camping gear and just camp out. Like I told you all to do when you went to AAG last year for Hawaii. Don't get a hotel or an Airbnb. Just camp out.
None of us went.
The idea of camping and then getting up and looking professional for a conference does not seem very correlating with me. I think that will be the roughest I've ever looked in. I don't know.
You don't like the homeless business casual chic?
Well, I'm not saying I'd do it, but I'm not going. I'm encouraging you all to do it as part of my, I guess.
Well, as club treasurer, it'll save us a lot of money.
But you that's good because you had Ty, you had spent a long time trying to get internships, and it's a competitive arena.
Yeah, I was definitely down in the dumps for a while. I got denied by so many different places, but woke up one morning, had this in my inbox, and I was very, very excited. So we'll see how it goes.
I think it's neat. Ella or Lyra, either of you thinking internship at any point?
Well, both of us have done.
You've done.
We did one last
Yes.
summer. We both did ones. And I think we're both looking for
Yeah.
another one.
What
Just-
was your internship did you do?
I did an internship at the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Verona. I just basically spent some time there learning a lot about wildlife and oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Conservancy. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I just completely blank space. There is nothing in my mind.
The brain cell was with somebody else.
Lyra
Sorry,
took
I had
it.
I had it.
For those of you who don't know, me and Lyra were the Department of Work Studies, and we share one single brain cell, and she
Passed
just
it back
stole
and
it from
forth.
me.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was still Bluetooth connected to it. My bad.
Lyra, what was your internship?
I did my internship with the Riverbend Environmental Education Center in Gladwin, which is in Philly. And I helped assist run their summer camp program, which was basically trying to get city kids from the ages of 4 to 11 to not stare at tablets for a few hours a day and learn about, what we have to offer, even if you live in Philly.
How did it work?
I beefed with a lot of children. Well, I was technically, my official title for most of it was floating camp counselor, but I was one-on-one assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like me and little Jimmy, who has raging ADHD and is undiagnosed, just doing laps around the park as they explain the instructions.
Okay.
But it was really interesting to see, especially the really young kids who were interested in the outdoors, but didn't have parents who were interested or didn't have a backyard, and get to see, oh wow, there's so many trees here.
That's actually something I never really considered of, is because you're dealing with an area that would have extremely limited. I'm used to like
Johnson.
your back. Yes, exactly. Effectively, yeah, where your backyard is. Oh, I'm up against this park or this nature preserve or this state game land. So my backyard might be small, but it doesn't matter. There's 20,000 acres of woods behind me too. That is the.
Yeah, like I'm very lucky at home. I live right next to Valley Forge National Park and Evansburg State Park. So I've always been able to drive to a green space.
Mm-hmm.
But before coming here, I didn't realize it wasn't normal to drive to a green space to go enjoy it, that I could literally just pick a direction and walk.
That's really neat. And actually, I was just thinking, because I did Valley Forge when we went down to PGS, I had to kill 3 hours till the hotel was open. So I'm like, I'll go look at Valley Forge, and it was neat. I don't know if I'd go back, but I think I've
You do
had
one
that.
good loop and you've seen it all.
I think I have that experience. Yeah. So I'm very open with my background, my history. I was you at some point, and then I never left.
Now you're paid to be our friend.
There you go. What do you see for each of you for your futures when you're done here, when you graduate? Because you don't know, Ty, when you're scheduled to graduate, because you have some credit questions.
Yeah, probably, if I had to guess, like early 2027.
Okay. And I think both Lyra and Elle, you are next spring.
Yep, got 1 year.
Boy. Yeah.
Do you have any vision of what that job, what you want to try to be doing?
I did.
Okay.
I don't know. My goal, like, I always wanted to do something with, like, the Department of Environmental Protection, like, something, like, more along the lines of, like, hydrology, like, wetland delineations. But I don't really know how true that's available that will be for me when I'm done here. So my backfall will probably be something urban planning based, because I think that's cool, and hopefully we still at least have that.
And you're taking the urban class. Which urban class with Dr. Johansson are you in now?
Urban planning.
Okay. And that's been going fairly well.
Yeah, I actually enjoy that class. I think it's a really intriguing class. Like, I feel like I actually learn a lot in there. And it's really fun, because then whenever you go anywhere, you're, like, constantly thinking about it. And it's kind of cool.
Were you at the lengthy meeting that, Ty, you ended up going to for a planning
I went
commission
to
meeting?
my own lengthy meeting.
You went
Mine was 2
we were in
hours
different
long.
groups, so
Okay.
yeah.
But we did both have to go to one. But it was interesting to see. I mean, ours was just, like, really long, because for us it was a HARP meeting, and they were trying to get a new shelter in a C2 district, which it's technically not allowed to be there. So they came with the facts and the evidence. It was 2 hours of them stating cold, hard facts and evidence. I was like, if they do not give it to these people, crazy. They brought out a sound scientist who was reading decibels on dogs barking to figure out if it would be able to be heard from outside the boundaries.
So you
of
went
the
to the
property.
Richland Township meeting when they were
Yeah.
talking about building. The Humane Society is looking at building a new shelter.
Yep, and they got it. So I'm very excited for them.
That is a much better situation than Ty was in.
Yeah, probably. I
There, for those of you who are who are not local, Richland, of course, is the municipality that the campus sits in. The Humane Society also is in Richland Township. Ty, you drew the straw and went to Westmont, which tends to be usually, I want to build a porch or my sidewalk needs replaced. But they were putting in a facility that apparently riled everybody up and was 3.5 hours of a meeting.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Basically, a nonprofit organization bought a previous apartment complex and turned it into a transitional housing facility. And if you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically a housing facility for people who are at like the low in their lives and like need a second chance through like these nonprofit organizations. And the current tenants were doing questionable things at this property, and all of the surrounding neighbors to this facility were complaining there. It got real emotional, 3.5 hours long. It was a cool experience for sure, but 3.5 hours is 3.5 hours.
I think it's interesting that you both wandered into situations that is the unique 1%, having both been on a municipality as a borough council member, being the head of a borough council, and being on the planning commission. That is like maybe 0.5% of what typically meetings are like. It's usually 4 minutes about, I want my porch 2 feet closer to the sidewalk than it should be. Okay, cool. We don't care. Thanks. Bye. And it's done. And you both got these slogs of long meetings.
I think ultimately, though, that was kind of fortunate because we do have to write papers based off these experiences. And I feel like in like the notes I took, the paper wrote itself, like almost practically, just by like the pure length of that meeting and like the points brought up, all the like information. So that's kind of like a useful part. I could not imagine writing a 2 to 3 page paper off of a sidewalk moving 5 feet to the left.
That's a very good point. Lyra, what are you thinking after?
Okay. So, my current plan, I don't have like a job title in mind, but especially working with Riverbend over the summer, I really, really like public education and like public conservation. And I like trying to help people like live a little bit more sustainably, live a little greener, or just realize what is in your backyard and what you have access to. So I think if I got to just like name a job and have it right now, I would want to work with the planning committee of my county. And specifically, we have something called the Norristown Farm Park, which is just this big, it used to be, I think it was a construction dump site, and they turned it into a park. And it's stuff like that. And they're trying to build more of those around where I live so that there's more green spaces. So Norristown Farm Park, give me a job, please.
There you go. Ty, GIS, of course. Do you know where? Do you know what level?
The dream job would be like somewhere federally, like geospatial intelligence or something. I think would be really neat. But Ola's opened my eyes up to the whole planning aspect and like how applicable GIS really is. So I haven't necessarily narrowed it down completely. I still got time, but I do just love learning and working with GIS. So something in that field for sure.
I often tell people who've taken my classes that, you know, when I ask, what do you want to do when you get your degree, I have to be honest and say, I don't know what I want to do with my degree yet either. So when I grow up, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Let's be a colonel.
You guys ate that up way more than I thought you would.
When don't we?
That's true. Because I don't think it'll have come up on the show till this point. For those who don't know, going through the process, through nomination and so forth, I was recognized by the governor of Kentucky, and I am officially a Kentucky colonel.
It's not for anything important. It's not for all of your good public effort. It's for being our friend.
That's what you keep saying. So if it makes you happy, Lyra, we'll go with that. I am really glad that we got a chance to sit down and kind of codify and memorialize some of this in audio form forever. So in 50 years, you can all listen back. I'm dead and gone. You can turn this back on and think back to this day.
And I was a youngin'.
Yeah, pretty much. But it also because again, this is not a department show. This is not even a campus. This is an alumni show, and I think it's really neat to occasionally talk to folks to say, hey, look, everything that you had when you were here as an alum still is here. And especially special with you all to me because this is my department. This is, like I said, I was you at one point. We were upstairs on the second floor.
Never mind this.
But
No, we saw the photos. I still think they're photoshopped.
Oh,
I think you've looked this way for the last 30 years.
I just
And I don't know
behaved this
who
way for
that
the
man
last
is.
30 years. I did grow up. I was always old. Thank you both, or all three of you, for coming.
Well,
Not you,
thanks
Ty.
for having me. It's been fun.
Thanks. Again, thank you for tuning in, downloading the show. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you need to get a hold of us, the information's in the description down below. And we're getting close to lunchtime, so I think
I'm going to have a club stack.
15 minutes until urban planning with Ola.
Well, there you go. You
15
better get
minutes
ready.
till a geology test.
Until next time, folks, thank you for tuning in to the Tuck Shop podcast. Make sure you share with your friends, and we'll talk to you next week. The Tuck Shop podcast is recorded live on the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown campus. Update your contact information with us by visiting johnstown.pitt.edu/alumni. Connect with us online via Facebook and LinkedIn, or consider donating to the university at give2, that's giveto.pitt.edu/giveupj.
This has been a production of Quantum Wave Media. Views expressed do not necessarily reflect the opinion of the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown.